John Blakely, y'all. Wednesday the 31st, 2024. How you doing, John Blakely?
Sir, how are you, sir?
All righty. Got a couple of cases today. That's the vehicle that he drives right there, John Blakely. This is Wednesday, I believe it's the 31st, in front of the Mississippi County Courthouse here. That's John Blakely, the one who a judge said his testimony is not to be believed. Back in 2000 and I believe 18, a case was overturned, David Robertson. I'm gonna show y'all what the judge said about this man, but yet he's working for the Mississippi County Sheriff Department here in Charleston, Missouri. This is the vehicle he be driving most times. I want y'all to take a real good look at it. This man is considered a criminal, according to a appellate court judge. But yet they still let him go in the courtroom and testify on cases. Y'all take a good look at this here. I'm gonna show y'all where he work at in a minute. You see where we at? We on South Franklin Street in West Commercial. Right across the street is the Mississippi County Sheriff Department, where they have two individuals that's considered actually criminals. One of them was convicted, one of them was forced to resign, and I'm gonna show you both of them. One of them is Captain Barry Morgan. The Illinois State Police arrested him for official misconduct and battery steaming on a inmate. But this is the Mississippi County Sheriff Department. Here come there go Blakely now, y'all. He's coming back. You know, he's coming back into the. He probably gonna keep going. Yeah, he's keeping going. That's Blakely there, y'all. He didn't know I was gonna be over here at the detention center, so y'all see how they run? They can run, but they can't hide. Look, he don't know which way he want to go. Where he turning right down there, the little street there is going right back to the courthouse. But anyway, I want to show y'all to here, the sheriff, Brenton Farrow, is running again for 4 years. And I want to show you two individuals that's criminals that they letting work here. You see what I'm saying? Criminals. But let me go ahead on and go, and I'll get y'all the other information.
In the late summer of 2000, Sikeston police arrested convicted drug dealer David Robinson in the shooting death of Sheila Box. Robinson, found guilty the following year, has always maintained his innocence. Well, now this special judge's report to the Missouri Supreme Court agrees with him. And this isn't some kind of procedural error. The judge who wrote this says David Robinson is innocent. The two key witnesses at his trial lied, and the detective behind his arrest in this report simply cannot be believed.
I read this every day. I can tell you everything in there page for page.
For David Robinson, this 91-page report to the Missouri Supreme Court puts a megaphone to the words he's repeated over and over again.
I ain't no murderer. I ain't killed nobody. I didn't kill Sheila Box or nobody else. Nor have I ever killed anyone.
The state's high court called on Jefferson County Judge Daryl Missy to review everything in Robinson's case and gather new testimony. His report starts and finishes with the same assertion that Robinson is innocent. The pages in between detail an investigation that relied on questionable witnesses and no physical evidence, led by Detective John Blakely, described in here as not competent and not credible.
After reading that, I felt like, wow, it's the same thing I've been saying for 17 and a half years. And it fell on deaf ears.
On the night of August 5th, 2000, Sheila Box was shot as she sat in her SUV near this intersection on Sikeston's west side. Police arrested Robinson and a second man that night.
They were questioned, their clothes tested for blood or gunpowder residue, and then released. But Robinson tells me he believes the focus stayed on him.
That was more so that they wanted me more than they wanted anybody.
And why? Why do you think they wanted you?
Past history dealing with the police.
Just get you off the street.
Just get me off the street.
According to Judge Missy's report, the only witnesses who implicated David Robinson at his murder trial were Albert Baker and Jason Richardson. Richardson testified he shared a cell with Robinson and overheard him bragging about the murder. But 3 years later, Richardson told investigators that wasn't true, and evidence shows he and Robinson were never cellmates. Judge Missy called his trial testimony profoundly unbelievable. Albert Baker, a paid informant for Sikeston Police, testified he saw Robinson shoot Box. But in 2017, Baker said he lied, saying, quote, "The detectives said they would change my life." Baker got out of jail within hours of signing his statement against Robinson and received $2,500 in cash in the weeks after.
I forgive him. I even forgive Blakely because as long as I held on to hate, I couldn't move forward.
Judge Missy has harsh words for Detective John Blakely, who took those statements from both Baker and Richardson. Missy says Blakely's testimony doesn't ring true, and the timing of Albert Baker's release from jail back in 2000 was no accident.
Blakely denied that he didn't have nothing to do with Albert Baker getting out of jail. That was a lie. The judge called it a lie.
The judge also called Blakely, quote, "the least credible witness to have testified before this court." What is credible, Judge Missy writes, are the numerous confessions given by this man, Romance Mosby. Several people testified that Mosby said he shot Sheila Box that night following a drug deal gone bad. Mosby hanged himself in prison in 2009.
I hate to see what happened. And do I believe the fact that he told other people that? Yeah.
But the judge also had some harsh words for Robinson, calling him his own worst enemy.
At first I looked at Judge like, who you calling worse? But he right. Selling drugs, I was guilty for that. He said I spoke openly on it. I've been convicted of it before.
Will you leave here if they allow you to leave, a changed man?
I'm preparing myself now because I have walked out these doors 6 times for crimes that I was good for, but I always had in my head I didn't have no vision. I want to be going home, getting out, staying out, and be a better husband, a better brother, a better father, a better mentor, better son. Sikeston is in the rear view. I can't go through this again. I wouldn't want to go through this again. I wouldn't want nobody to go through this again.
Behind, but that community faces the fallout from this special master's report. City Manager Jonathan Douglas says they take the allegations against one of their detectives very seriously.
Judge Missy made several strong statements about Detective Blakely. We reviewed all that information. We placed him on administrative leave, not disciplinary leave. In this case, we felt it was appropriate to get an outside independent agency to investigate that. We felt that would be the most credible investigation for the public. So we've asked the U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate that.
While that investigation continues, I also spoke with DPS Chief Mike Williams, who actually worked on the original Robinson case. Now, he couldn't talk about a pending court case, but did want to send this message to Sikeston residents.
They can trust in the police department. They can trust in that we're going to do our best for their safety. Our honesty and integrity is number one, that we look out for our citizens. We are a community-based police department, and we're going to stay that way.
Now, many of David Robinson's family and friends still live in Sikeston. This report certainly gives them renewed hope. Hank Cavanero will bring us their reaction about the case filed in southern Illinois against a Mississippi County, Missouri sheriff's deputy.
Mississippi County Sheriff Britton Farrell says he stands by his captain, Barry Morgan, who faces charges of battery and official misconduct.
Here's a look at video from last September that shows Sheriff Farrell with Captain Morgan standing to his left. According to Illinois State Police, the state appellate prosecutor's office out of Springfield filed the charges against Morgan. They come nearly 6 months after the arrest of a man who allegedly stole a sheriff's department truck and drove it from Charleston into Illinois before being stopped in Johnson County. All state police will say is that Morgan faces the 2 counts for actions relating to that man's arrest. Sheriff Farrell, meantime, tells me their internal investigation found Morgan did nothing wrong during that arrest. Farrell goes on to say that Morgan, quote, has served and is serving Mississippi County and our profession admirably. Farrell also says it's unfortunate investigators would rather charge a fellow officer than concentrate on the actual perpetrator of the crime. The man accused of stealing that truck is 40-year-old Matthew Nelson of Buncombe. Nelson currently faces 15 counts in Mississippi County, including felony assault, armed criminal action, and stealing a motor vehicle. But first, Nelson heads to trial on 17 felony counts in Illinois that include aggravated assault of a peace officer and being an armed habitual offender. Court records show Nelson's trial is set for May 17th.
Mississippi County Sheriff. No, that's the Charleston Police Department. I'm hoping, let's see what's going on. Which way are they going here? Going over the bridge. So it must be something happening on the I-57 northbound. They didn't go over the viaduct, which is Boomland. Let me ride my bike down and check it out. It's my type of work, y'all. Saving lives.